Good morning, everyone. How you all doing? Whittler Dave on this cold old day here in the mountains. Yeah, check out my crazy fish and my little crazy ducks. Yeah, they're just whittling scrap. And I tell people, don't be afraid to reach out of the box and try something just fun. Whatever you see in your head. There's the first one I did and everything. And I've got another one I'm carving right now. I like these. The painting's what takes me the longest. The carving's nothing. It's ABC carving. But I thought I'd share that with you. Well, hey, everybody. I got my old socky hat on. Extra shirt. I mean, I've got heat in here, but I'm cold because I'm old. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd share that. The little ducks and the little crazy fish. I just reach out of the box, folks. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you see it, feel it, go for it. Lord have mercy. There's no right, no wrong. Just try it. I don't care what if you're painting, sewing, anything you do with your hands and what the higher power gives you, your brain, and you see, just go for it. But anyway, I thought we would just mess around with the little tiki guy that we left off the other day. Nothing major. Brian's still out of town, so hey, I'm trying this by myself again. You know how that goes. It's easier when you've got somebody else here helping. Yeah. But anyway, I just, hey, you know what? New Year's is coming. I want everybody to be safe out there and enjoy your New Year's, and Happy New Year's to everybody. Just be safe, stay warm. Me, I'm staying in the house. I am. I'm making cabbage soup today. Yeah, nice warm cabbage soup. Yeah, I'm an old-fashioned cook. I am. I don't allow a woman in my kitchen. I do all the cooking in my house. I was mainly raised by my grandmother. Taught me all kinds of things, and the biggest way to learn is to keep my mouth shut, and I watched. I learned. But anywho, we're just playing. We can't gripe. We did have warm weather here the last few days here in Tennessee. So, no, am I happy because it's cold? Lord, no. But can't have your cake and eat it too. I know that. But we just kind of playing. I got it. I was asked the other day about my ducks. The guy wants to see me how I paint one, and I stupidly forgot that, and I apologize. So, I'm doing a bunch of them for the spring shows and stuff. So I'll do I think I'm gonna do one up in stages, carved, and then started the painting. Or it's basically how I do it, so you can see that and everything. I don't know how to speed stuff up, folks. I don't know how to edit. Woo, my feet are cold, folks. Lord have mercy. I hate when my feet are cold. I'm gonna be going in the house here in a little bit, cooking soup. And my feet will be warmer. It's warm out here. The biggest problem with my shop is I haven't been able to climb due to some health problems and everything that I've had in the last couple years. But I'm hoping this year to get up in the ceiling, finish wiring my barn. I've got everything ready to go. And then maybe getting some help and come up a way to put the ceiling in. And everything. Because that way I'm not just heating the rafters. I have a mini split, but all I ever do is heat the rafters. So I need to get up and finish the wiring, put in more lights in here. I got to do that. I've already... I got to buy some more halogen lights and stuff, and just slam in some more lights so this old man can see. I had one to go out on the end of that shop down there when you walk in, and I just haven't replaced it. That end's it's just not good. It's just not good at all. No, it's not. Yeah, we're just setting all these here. No right, no wrong. Have fun, folks. That's the biggest thing in wood carving, building, designing. Just have fun. You don't have to do the ordinary stuff. I love people's carvings, and some people really get into, perfect faces and everything. That's fine. If that's what you like to do, go for it. But you know what? I did that when I was younger. Everything had to be symmetrical and perfect. And now I'm old, and I don't care. I just want to have fun. Just, you know, and you see what this is truly my love. I was asked again that the other day. What do I love to do? And I told him, I said, I am a tiki carver. I've carved these ever since I was a kid. Drawed them ever since I was a kid. Don't know why I see this in my brain, but I do. I'm constantly just, I'll be sitting at a restaurant and all of a sudden I'll just grab a napkin and I'll just draw an eye or a weird nose, and then I'll put it back in the file. And then all of a sudden one day it just hits me. It's like I go in a trance and it just hits me. And I'll get all these out and I'll have them scattered all over the house, and I'll start grabbing pieces and stuff, and it's just this picture involving in my head. I'm seeing it. It's just like a movie projector. Now that's my problem. My brain is like a movie projector. It never shuts off. I'm always constantly designing. I mean, literally, constantly always designing. I'm always trying to outdo my own self. I mean, I've already drawn a couple more fish, and I want to do a whale. So I'm doing this idea about a whale. Yep. So I just want to do that and everything. And I've got this thing screaming in my brain, and I don't got much brain left. I think I knocked most of it out when I was younger. All the crazy old stunts I used to do. Evel Knievel was my idol, folks, and we were country kids, and we weren't afraid of nothing. That was my idol. Lord, yes. Oh, mercy. But I just thought we started this the other day, and I thought, you know, really the shop is shut down because I'm getting ready when January comes here. I got to pull machinery out. I've got to grease and oil all the equipment and clean all the cogs out and all the gears out, and it's I got to blow down all the rafters, and it's a major job. Pull out stuff, and I want to get my pattern box area that I'm building done this winter. I'm building a cabinet so I can keep all my patterns I draw. And I have thousands and thousands of patterns that I draw. I draw constantly. Let's see how deep. Okay. Now these don't have to be 100% symmetrical. It's a mask. It's part of its face. So it's moving, the way I look at it. It's moving. But anyway, let's get, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, Nina. I apologize. But anyway, I just got to get things cleaned up in here and get Lara. See, I gave Lara a side for her flowers. She's got that little corner over there by the other door I haven't built this year. I got so much I need to do, and my health kind of fell out, and and I don't have no help and stuff. Now I got Brian, so Brian helps me a lot, but he's got his own life too. You just can't find a young kid that wants to learn anything. Lord have mercy. I got so much knowledge. I could teach him everything. Over 50 years of knowledge, just building and designing and being a maintenance man. And I did it all for years, over the road, and how to drive stick shift. A lot of young kids don't know how to drive stick shift. Heck, I grew up with that. Just knowledge. Knowledge. I'd love to find a young person that wanted to get off the video games and pull the couch up out of his rear end and actually want to learn. Yep, it'd be nice. But anywho, we're just setting lines and having fun. And one of my major things I got to do is I need to set for probably, gosh, I don't know how long, and sharpen tools. I got to sharpen all my carving knives. I got to sharpen Lara's. And I mean really deep dive sharpening. Instead of just stropping real fast and there it is. I mean, this one here, it's off on this corner right here and everything. So I need to grind this flat reshape the bevel, and then resharpen it. But when you use tools like I do, it's you strop, and that's good. But it's just a lot of work to get them straightened up. This one here, my old chisels, look at that handle. I need to repair that handle, make a new handle. This thing it gets drove with a mallet a lot. One of these are really loose, the shank, so the handle is, I know how to tighten that up. So I just need to repair the handle, or make a new one. Don't know yet. I haven't got that far. It's just some of the things I've got to do. And that's not the only one. I've got a whole tool row of chisels that all need to be sharpened. I think there's like 24 in that row. I'll tell you, you sharpen 24 chisels that you drive with a mallet, you've done something. It's not that easy. So, I just got a lot of sharpening, a lot of maintenance, a lot of this and that. Let's drop these teeth. Get this nose to step out. But that's all coming after New Year's, January and everything, and it's all coming. Oh, mercy. I want to say right now something to everybody out there that has taken the time, out of your day, your busy day, and watching an old man, do this, who is not gifted at all in those fancy ways that they do, YouTube videos. And I know everybody says, oh, we love your videos, but, I watch other people's, and golly, they just know how to do it. And that's why they probably got thousands of subscribers, because it's fun to watch them. And I know sometimes I'm boring. I can't help it. I'm not very good talking like that. And, I slur my words due to an accident. And I can't help that. And I'm just not very good in English and fancy doodaddies like that. I'm just an old crazy country boy who enjoys wood carving. And the reason I started this channel is I just wanted to find more people out there. And golly, I've had people, thank you all, who have came to the house. I can mention Scott and Phyllis, and just, I can go on, and Gene Metzer, just everybody. Everybody has came to my house and just liked my videos and sent me good pictures. I love that when you send it to my email, daveposted@gmail.com. And like I tell people, show me your work. I've seen mine. I'm tired of looking at it. I know what I do. I want to see what you do. And I don't lie. I don't. When I tell you I love it, I do. I don't care if you're a beginner. We all had to crawl before we could walk. So I don't care if you're a beginner, you started, and it's, you think it's right. No, it's perfect. Don't listen to these ones that put you down. As long as you're trying, that's all that matters. You've got my respect. 100%. Just 100%. I got his teethies. Yep, just setting teethies. But yeah, you just try. That's it. I mean, I wasn't, I couldn't carve like this when I was 7 years old. I had a Barlow tree pocket knife, and I had ideas. I could see things. Don't know why. I could just see it. And I just started. And I didn't have, I tell people, these chisels and fancy knives like this, and all that's a misconception. Does it make it easier? Yeah. But you really need to learn and to master the knife. Learn to manipulate the knife and bend it, and learn to understand it. Become a wood carver by knife. And then work your way into palm chisels and V-gouges. And, I told you the first wood burner I had was a nail. I heated it up. I was sitting there thinking, I wonder how I could make marks. And so I took a nail and drove it into a stick and took a file, and I took a hacksaw and cut the other end off, and then I took a file and filed a point on it, and I heated it, and that I didn't know it was called a wood burner. It was a piece of metal that was burning wood. Didn't know what that was. I just seen it in my head. How could I do texture? I used to take pieces of files that were broken, and I would slam them on wood, and I made handles out of them, and I would texture that way. Still do. I still texture with files. I mean, I can't stress this enough, I'm a non-modern artist. I did not grow up with YouTube, Google, anything like that. I didn't grow up nothing like that. So you had to learn to create. That's the difference of me and today's art world. Because nowadays, if you don't know something, you just Google, how do you do this? And Google will come up with a way. Well, I don't. I'm the opposite. And other people that have been to my shop that are, my age or older, they agree. They're the same way. They're the opposite. They didn't grow up that. They just seen something or wanted to do something. They just did it. And they figured it out. And the first ones, no, it wasn't the greatest, but they figured it out. And now after all these years, they've learned to master what they can do. It just takes practice. I was telling Cheryl, the one lady that I'm teaching, every day you wood carve, every day you try is a day of practice, is a day of something that you're learning. That's the trick. Don't ever if you get frustrated, set it down. Just set it down. Walk away. Make you a sandwich. Just walk away. They can't aggravate you sometimes. They can chip out and break, and you're like, Lord, no, please don't. But that happens. It does. I've just got to a point that, if one side's a little different than the other, well, that's what it was meant to be. It's just, I don't care anymore. I just, back when I was younger, I did what I called the light switch carving. You've heard me talk about this, where I carved for people, and I had to be this, and I had to be that, and, I had to do what they wanted. Nope, not anymore. I do what Wood or Dave wants. I design it, make it. I tell people, just like those Santa Clauses I was doing this winter. I sold a bunch of those, and everybody, loved them. And hey, can you make another one? Can you make another one? Yeah, but you got to realize, I'm not a machine. They all be similar, but I am not a machine. So that's yeah. So I made several of them. Everything. But there are several projects I didn't get to last year, and I apologize. We talked about them, but life got ahead. I had to have surgery, so things happened. I'm hoping to this year is start as soon as spring gets here, where I can get my carving bench out and everything, and do a few of those things that we talked about. This bench I built here, the one I got by me in my carving table, it's held up good. The dial peg that holds my strops broke, which that's nothing. I may make a metal one. I do. If I could find a forge, I know exactly what I would make. Yep. Or I may go to a person that does forge work and have him make me something what I'm thinking about. He's an artist too. But I've got, other than that, of course it's covered in motor oil. Old motor oil. That's 100% protection. Something sets outside. I all use motor oil, and I come from a day where that's how you fix things. Fences, kerosene, diesel fuel, motor oil a lot, and you'd make a thing, and you could paint it on, and those old barns and stuff are still going. Puts life back in the wood. Yes, all right. Well, we're just having fun. Nothing crazy today. I just wanted to get on here basically and just thank everybody. Just tell everybody that I am highly, highly appreciated of everything people have said on comments, and that's even the negative stuff. Thank you. You're not going to hurt an old man's feelings. Lord, no. Nope. You're not. I've seen it all and heard it all, folks. You can't hurt my feelings. We're just having fun. Yes. Brian will be back here after the New Year. So he'll be back doing the videos for me. Hopefully and everything. I hope he had fun where he went to and spent time with his wife and everything. So that was the good thing. I was so glad that he got to go. I say here, not too much longer. We're not going to run this one now. This is just me rambling, mainly wanting to thank everybody and, you know, and show you the crazy fish and just try to direct people. Don't be afraid to step out of the box. Just don't. I don't care what it is. If you see a horse with 3 legs and that's what you see, well, hardly a horse with 3 legs. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you it's wrong, and I'm not going to tell you it's right. If that's how you foresee it, well, okay. You know? I mean, you're the artist. You have to respect that way people feel, the way people look at life, and the way people perceive things, you know. Literally. Oh, look at that. He's just roughing in. This is a rough in. This is no detail. I've got a lot of tricks up the old man's sleeves. Shake some of these out. Yeah, see how them tricks just fell out. But anywho, alright, I'm not going to keep this going and everything. Like I said, I've got to go in and make cabbage soup. Oh, Lordy. About dropped the camera, folks. But anywho, appreciate, love everyone. Thank you for subscribing. Look forward to the new year, talking to you all. Hopefully everybody comes by the shop, and when you're in town, come and see the old man. And I thank everyone. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification button. Share, send me likes. Ask me questions. DavePoston@gmail.com. That's my email. And Wither Dave will say thank you. Y'all have a blessed one. Happy New Year and love from our family. And I thank you again.